Hey, what's up, everyone?
Yo,
Welcome, welcome to the Two British Nerds podcast. That's the number two British nerds with a Z at the end. Two British Nerds.
yes it
You're
is.
welcome, and thanks for listening, guys.
Yes, people. I wish
Over
you.
here, it's Shika One Dude. Talking
Uh,
right now, Shika One Dude. Catch me on Twitter at Shika One Dude.
yeah,
Also on the line is DJ Savas, having DJ. Share your Twitter, mate.
yeah, man. My Twitter is at CAVADJ. That's at CAVADJ. And of course, check us out on the Twitter, on the official Twitter, our Twitter page, which is two British. Yeah, at two British nerds, and that's with a Z. And the YouTube page will be up. Well, it is up, but I'm gonna start converting all the podcasts we do now onto the YouTube page, so it becomes more universal for everyone out there.
Yeah, and don't forget to email us. We are at two, well, it's not at, but it's two British nerds at gmail.com.
Yeah. Before we get started, I just wanted to say a big thank you to Claire in the States for wishing me a happy birthday. I did send you a video, but saying thank you. But I guess you know something happened with the internet. But I just want to say thank you for the birthday wishes. Big shout out to her. Big shout out to Afu Richardson. Shout out to Social Butterfly. Shout out to one of my favorite characters out there, Clark Gregg, otherwise known as Phil Coulson, and of course James Spader, otherwise known as Ultron, and obviously Raymond Reddington, the Blacklist, coming back this fall.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just getting along with the show. I hear you got some reviews for us, Summer.
Oh yeah. So yeah, man, it was my birthday on Tuesday, so I just I went crazy and bought lots of comics. Um, just before we start this, just wanted to say, anybody that's loved the Fight Club movie, the comic book actually came out just yesterday. So if you're interested, pick a copy up because it'll be worth getting, and it's in a collection, it'll be worth it. I'm going for I think maybe £6 to £20 on eBay right now. But yeah, if you are a fan, then buy it. I did buy it, but I haven't watched the movie, which is I know, which is you're thinking what? Yeah, I haven't watched the movie, so but I bought it. I bought the comic just to have it in the collection. So yes. So the first one is taken from Secret Wars, the Infinity Gauntlet. Um, this is written by Jerry Duncan and Dustin Weaver. Um, the artist is Dustin Weaver. I actually, when I picked this up, I thought it was going to be a book of well, is it going to be good? I didn't really know, but it's a really I really loved it. I really loved it, and I can't wait to pick up basically um the second issue when it comes out. So just skimming through it, basically, you have a black family who's on basically just on an island, part of the world, an island, and everything is trashed. Where they live basically has been consumed by these bugs, right? The mother, she joined the Nova Corps, so she ran away to fight the fight. So they're basically just trying to live their life, and all of a sudden, Thanos just lands mysteriously in the city, and what he's after basically is the Infinity Gem. So what happens is now this family now they're chilling out in a campfire. All these bugs start rushing to try and kill them. They run away. The little girl dives in. She falls into like a hole. This bug comes to kill her. She gets so angry because she's outraged that her mum still hasn't come back, and she's kind of just not really not really just really angry and frustrated like you would be being a kid. So she kills the bug, and she actually she finds an Infinity Gem. And all of a sudden, after that, her mum comes out of nowhere, helps her out, and you see Thanos actually, yeah, like I said, he actually finds a Infinity Gem, and then the scene cuts off of where you see Thanos facing off, I believe, with a Nova Corp, which is the mum, and this Nova Corp has two two Infinity Gems, while Thanos has two as well. So it's pretty interesting. What I loved about this was, right, the art was amazing. Like the art, the way the art is woven, it's the art is amazing. The storyline, it just goes right into it. It's nothing like the Infinity Gauntlet event. It's completely different. So it kind of gives people it's a jumping on point for anybody that hasn't really read the Infinity Gauntlet. But I do recommend people to read the Infinity Gauntlet, and also Secret Wars 1 and 2. But it's really cool. It's nice to see actually. What I liked about it, it's nice to see actually people, because the family are black, so it's nice to see, like, to actually see more people of color in the comic scene. The last thing I remember, which kind of so I'm looking for intertwined with this, was obviously you got Miss Marvel, who's Asian, I believe, and she's Muslim, so it's something different. But I really, really recommend this to everyone. Like, I totally loved it. Out of all the tie-ins I've read so far, this has to be basically one of my favorites. So I'll definitely give this a thumbs up to basically pick up. The second one is the Infinity Gauntlet. Sorry, Infinity Gauntlet. Old Man Logan. Did you pick it up?
Nah, well, that was in my standing order,
Yeah.
so it's coming soon. But no, I
Well,
haven't got it yet.
well, okay. So basically, I'm going to read off what it says. It says, for 50 years, nobody knew what happened on the night the heroes fell, and no one had seen hide nor hair of the man called Logan. Only that he had sworn never to unleash his claws of rage ever again. A man concerned with only protecting his family. But in truth, Logan was manipulated by Mysterio's illusions into killing all of his fellow X-Men. It destroyed him. But when the Hulk and his gang killed Logan's wife and children, Logan rose again. Unleashing his claws, he massacred the Hulk family, taking their sole surviving baby as his own. He swore never to turn his back on his duties as a hero again, and set off um to make the world right. So it kicks off basically with him basically freeing a few people in a bar. It gets intense, man. He kills a few people. But where the storyline really kicks off is where he actually finds an Ultron head. So he starts asking questions, and he goes basically to look around, right, to see if he can find any clues, to find any clues, to see what's going on. So he comes across Emma, right? Tries to get questions from her. She says, "Are you ready too late?" Because she says, "Are you ready too late?" The Punishers come looking in it, and what happens is you find out, I think she actually gets caught in the crossfire, and she actually passes away. Um, you then basically see him. Um, he leaves her. She passes away, and where it pretty much gets interesting in the comic, where it gets really interesting and the comic pretty much ends, is he basically says he knows what's happening. He basically wants to go over the wall. So if you read Secret Wars issue 2, you know basically, Secret Wars issue 1. Sorry, my bad. Secret Wars issue 2. You find out that over the wall, basically, you have the Marvel zombies and the Age of Ultron bots. So anyone that basically gets exiled or does anything wrong, Doom just sends them over there. So I guess Logan's basically gonna pretty much go over that wall and see what's really going on and what's really happening. But what I liked about it is obviously Bendis writes it nice, man. He writes it really cool. What's really good about this book is the way he writes it is it's very, very short. So it's a very short, sweet introduction into what Logan is like. I mean, it's nuts. Like, you see him bloodied up, he gets shot in the head. He still has his, the old man Logan persona, the Wolverine. He's hard. It's pretty cool, man. It is really. I'd recommend if you're a Wolverine fan, something to really get on because I really want to see what he does when he gets over the wall. You know, is he going to come across someone else? Is he going to come across the Ultron bots, which we know actually do exist and they're literally over the wall? So yeah. Overall, the Secret Wars has been actually been pretty good. Um, yeah, but I mean, it's a nice tie-in, so I'll be definitely getting issue 2. The next one, Black Widow issue 18. So in the last issue, she was caught up with the secret. She was actually kidnapped by a society called Chaos, right? And she was struggling for her life. She was nearly killed in the last episode, but what happens now is she manages to get free, and Bucky rescues her, right? And then she's chilling now with Maria Hill, and she's like, they're talking. She's like, you know what? She goes, I quit. So Maria's like, what? She goes, yeah, I quit, man. So she tries, I think, because she went through so much craziness in the last few issues, it just kind of just messed her up mentally. But what's really interesting is, right, she actually joins the Avengers. From what I can see, the Avengers is composed of Falcon, Hawkeye, and I believe Miss Marvel. Um, but I really like me. I've been a fan of his book since I got it, and I love the way Nathan Edmondson writes her because she writes her as she's very general, but she's very intense and powerful at the same time. So she's very subtle, and it's nice to see in this issue that he actually shows more of how she feels because from issue 1 to issue 17, it's been her just being being, for example, just a spy, doing her catching her own doing her own cases and actually working for Shield as well. And it's like her past catches up and it messes her up. But I just love the way it's written because like I said, the way Nathan Edmondson writes, it's amazing, man. He puts a lot of intensity and passion into it, so it's nice. It's basically the way you see Black Widow in the movie. You see, it's like that type of persona basically you get in this book. So definitely, definitely, you know, a book to get. Hawkeye number 3 by um, by Jeff Lemire. Pretty cool book. You just basically pick off from the last issue where Hawkeye basically goes into a Hydra base and then rescues 3 kids. Finds out that the kids now basically should want to use them basically for their own purposes as weapons, and he's not happy about it. So they try. He basically buses them out, and they're on the run from Shield. But what I like about this book is from issue 1 to 3, it gives you 2 sides. So you see what's happening with Hawkeye now, and then at the bottom you see like the origin story of actually what happened to him as a kid. You know, going through the orphanages and going into a circus and seeing how he actually became the person that he literally is. But you know, what I like about Hawkeye in general is he's a funny character. You know, the way you see him in the movie is how he is in the comics. So it's nice to see that one, he has his own book once again, and it's nice to see the way Jeff Lemire writes him. He writes him serious, but he still manages to put that touch of sense of humor in this book. So it's a pretty cool book. If you're light-hearted, want to have fun, relax and chill and just laugh, Hawkeye will be the one for you. Next up is Secret Wars Journal issue 1. So this is written by Prue Shen and the artist is Raymond Batches. Just so I tell you guys, for Hawkeye, the artist is Ramon Perez. I like Perez's art. His art is sick. So Not really a lot to say about Secret Wars Journal. I didn't really get into it due to the fact that Secret Wars Journal is basically it takes different parts of Secret Wars and it goes more into um what's really happening in Secret Wars, like the fighting and so forth. But um the thing of this, it goes into like different worlds. Like um this is the Arrowhead, like a part in New England. It's the way it starts off is this thief basically. They break into Doom's cathedral, try to steal something. They get ambushed by um, Doom's guard, and one of the main characters. She gets kidnapped by she gets captured by the guards. Um, the next section it jumps into basically it's like basically ancient Egypt, and you have like former X-Men like Bishop, Nightcrawler, trying to basically take down Canoe, an Egyptian deity or god. Like I said, the reason I didn't really like this book is because it focuses on different aspects in Secret Wars. So different characters, different scenarios, which I'm not really fond of. I mean, there's a lot of there's loads of Secret Wars tie-ins. So these two literally were not for me. So I will not be copying them. But then again, if you like I said, the reason I got issue one was like just to get introduced into what Secret Wars is really about, and the tie-ins, like for example, Secret Wars Journal. But all the tie-ins I recommend for people to get would be, I would say, Battle World, because that's pretty cool. And obviously, there's the main secret book. The next book is written by Curtis J. Weber. He formerly is writing Rat Queens. I believe the artist is by Johnny Christmas. So basically, you kind of find out in 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 um in Pisces is issue two. That's about a young character who I can't even find the name of this character. I can't even see it. I totally forgot it, man. But he basically has his vivid dreams or nightmares that kind of manifest into his real world, and it's kind of driving him crazy. Like he'll be walking down the street and he'll see like zombies or people dying and whatnot. So it really goes into what I like about Pisces is like if you're someone that's into astrology or into like metaphysical concepts, it's really good because when you look at the Pisces star sign, it just deals with basically um, it's dreamy, it's etheric, it deals with dreams. So it's nice to see that Curtis has actually incorporated that into um, this book. But it's a nutty book. If you read issue one, you'd be like, "What's going on?" If you read issue one and you'd be like, "What? I don't understand this book." So this is why I got issue two, just to the fact that one, I'm a fan of astrology, and when I saw the word Pisces, I was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely getting this book." But it's a nutty book. It'll make you think twice. Make you think really, really twice. But because Pisces issue two, Image Comics, Curtis J. Weaver. It's written like I love the way it's written. It makes you think. It's a really, really cool book, and if you want a book that really makes you think out there and ask questions about life and what's really happening within yourself, um, copy it. The next one, Invincible 120, right? So, just a brief intro if you know what Invincible is. Invincible is written by Robert Kirkman, art is by Ryan Otley. It's basically imagine Superman with no weakness apart from, well, the only way you can pretty much kill Invincible is pretty much by beating him to death. But they're so strong in the sense of where they don't have laser beams and ice breath. The way they destroy people is they fight to the death. So it's like he'll put his hand through your chest, rip out your skull. This is how they fight. So they come from a race called the Vultramites. The Vultramites are just here. They were put on each planet to basically conquer conquer the world so they can populate their race. It kicks off from there. You have Mark, who is basically the young vulture, who's basically he's half vulture, half human. So just moving forward, basically, is him. He has enough of what's happening on Earth because Earth's been taken over by one of his friends, and he can't do anything about it. So he says, you know what, I'm out. So he takes his wife and his kid and he moves to an alien planet. And from now on, he basically just wants to live his life. So this starts off with the fight that's been going on for the last few issues between Tharak, Tharak and Battleby. So Tharak is basically like, he's called the Grand Regent. So he's like the most invincible Vulture. He was trained from birth to be like a killing machine. So you can't really kill him unless you on his level, and no one is. He's that strong. So he pretty much fights to the death with Battle Beast, kills him. You have Mark, who's still dealing with issues with his wife. He's just basically chilling with his kid. He just wants to live a normal life, take out his kid. He was sent on a mission to basically find Tharak and help kill him, but he couldn't find him because obviously the fight already happened. He came too late. But you find at the end that Tharak is still basically doing his thing of where he's still trying to get more of his newborns. So he's actually got a whole. It's got like a room for all the kids that all the women he's actually impregnated. Because when you look at Invincible, half of their planet was blown up when Mark tried to tried to stop him. So he thought the only way to do it is to destroy the whole planet. So the whole race got wiped off, and only a few survived. So Tharak is now trying to repopulate the whole Vultremite, race again. But yeah, if you like blood, gore, comedy, I mean, Invincible is the one, man. Like it's like they've taken the Superman story and improved it by like 1,000 times. And as it says, when you read maybe the first 100 issues, it is the best superhero comic you ever read, and it literally is written by Robert Kirkman, who's actually currently writing The Walking Dead, and also I think he's still writing Thieves of Thieves. But yeah, you can always pick up Invincible Volume 1 and read it, and if you like it, continue. The next one, a Shield issue 6, written by Mark Quaid, and the writer is Paul Reynolds. To let you guys know, with Shield now, every issue you have Mark Quaid writing it, but you always have a different artist in each issue. So just to let you guys know. So we continue from the last issue where Dormammu basically has put a spell over everyone, in the sense of where he's got everyone, he's controlling everyone, and he's smart. He has a certain energy that makes everyone who deals in the mystic arts, like for example Doctor Strange, makes them vulnerable. So he captured Doctor Strange. Coulson now basically finds a way to get into the dark. It's like a dark dimension where Dormammu is. He takes the Absorbing Man, and he also takes Simon Gregg, the Living Mummy, the Man Thing, Frankenstein's monster, to try and help out. The reason they take the Absorbing Man, because one, he's not really immune to magic in a sense, but there's an army basically in there with Dormammu called the Minus Ones, which are very, very hard to beat because they're like walking, talking cyborgs. So with the Absorbing Man now, basically because he can absorb anything, he just starts beating up everyone to the point of where he actually absorbs some of Dormammu. And if you know who Dormammu is, he's actually one of the main villains in Doctor Strange. Hopefully he'll be the villain in Doctor Strange the movie. But if you want to know more about that, pick up Doctor Strange Volume 1 Masterworks and see what it's saying. So they rescue Strange, get everyone out of there, and it's pretty much done. Um, I like. I do recommend Shield because if you like the TV show and you want to know more about the characters, then it's the one for you. It has humor, fun. It is a bit dark once in a while. It's pretty cool. I got it because like I said, I'm a big Clark Gregg director Coulson fan, so I picked it up just because I love the TV show. Last but not least, well, I got Uncanny Avengers Ultron Forever, and I got 2 copies just to the fact that they released 2 more movie variant covers for Age of Ultron. So the 2 covers I got has Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and it has the Vision as well. So I got that just to finish off my post, the whole poster that I was collecting. So I actually thought it was done, but it wasn't. So I got that. I'm not reading it because I'm not reading Uncanny Avengers Ultron Forever, but I got it just for the artwork. I actually picked up something different. I picked up a graphic novel from Image Comics. Next, I'm going to review. I haven't read all of it. I've read the first 2 issues, and this is Genius by Mark Barandian, Adam Freeman, and the artist on this is Afu Richardson. Richardson. The reason I actually got this comic was due to the fact that actually I love her art because her art is amazing and it's pretty cool. I started reading it and it's basically just it's nuts. A 17-year-old called Destiny, right, starts you have your gang wars and stuff, right? She actually starts waging taking out the police squad. So a 17-year-old girl, her mom gets shot by the police. She's smart. She's like Hannibal. She's like Alexander the Great at the age of 17. And what got me interested was in the book is she makes a reference to where she actually read um the reference to Tatsu, which is the book called The Art of War. So when I read that bit, I was like, whoa. So she's a very smart girl. She's out and protecting her neighborhood and her people. And she starts waging war. There's a scene where like 40 police officers get killed off, and it's pretty interesting because what I like about this book is what made me think is what's happening in the States when you have obviously a lot of people of color that are getting attacked in the sense of where by the police, what's really happening in real life. So it's nice to see like the controversy and love to see like you're seeing the reverse in this. So it's cool, it's dark, it's funny. It goes right. They really concentrate deep on the characters, and it is pretty nice. Like I said, I've already read the first 2 issues of this book, and I'm totally glued to this book. So I will be getting a second volume of this. This is actually the first Image volume I've literally got in my whole entire life. So I do recommend this book for literally if you want to really see what's happening in the world. But what I like about it is, it focuses on literally people of color. So there's a lot of blacks in it, which I totally love because I love to see like multicultural. I want to see like people of color in more, um, comic books. Obviously, like I love the Black Panther. I'm enjoying reading this book. So it's nice to see like characters like that are making it slowly back into the mainstream. But overall, that's pretty much me done. But like I said, Genius is all these comics I've just basically just read out. They're available to cop right now. You know, Genius Volume 1 is available to cop again. The artist is Afu Richardson. Afu Richardson. Check her out on the Twitter at Afu Richardson, or just yeah, check her out, man. Her art is amazing. I love it. It's nice and cool, and she really knows how to put she's really detailed in the art where she knows where to put certain colors. Like she draws. She has a metaphysical eye when she draws, which is really pretty cool because she draws for a reason. So it's nice to see basically that type of intensity in art because that's something I'm really attracted to. And with that being said, I am done. Should have made it in 29 minutes and 46 seconds. Da-da-da.
Wow. There's loads of books you read there.
Yeah, man. Next week's gonna be even crazier. So next week, for you Spider-Man fans, Secret Wars, the Spider-Man tie-in comes in. So Spider-Man renew your vows. So you actually get to see what would happen. Peter Parker is married to Mary Jane, and he has a kid. So what happens? We'll find out. So there's also exclusive variant covers from J. Scott Campbell on his website. I believe one of them is actually with her. Is it in a wedding dress? I believe. But if you go to his website, you can actually buy the pack. You can get them signed or not signed. Also, for you Guardians of the Galaxy fans like myself, the first ever ongoing comic of Groot comes out next week. So that's gonna be funny because I really want to know if he's gonna be saying I am Groot" throughout the whole comic book, and who's gonna be there, what's gonna happen. I haven't read the reviews or anything or any. I haven't. Actually, there's I think a few pages of the book that came out today. I think Marvel tweeted them or comic book resources. So check them out. So there'll be 2 hot books that'll be coming out. So feel free to get them. And of course, Secret Wars issue 3 comes out next week. And yeah. So with that being said, have you got anything you wanna review, or have you read anything?
Well, I don't think we can go this week about talking about Convergence.
Yeah.
Yeah, this week is the big week of Convergence, the end of it, the final chapter, and I have to say that it was actually pretty awesome. It was actually really good. Basically, as we all know what's going on with Convergence, there's Brainiac, the multiversional version of Brainiac, or the original Brainiac, who collected all these different realities and put them together and made them battle each other to find out which was the strongest. Now, a lot of things happened and everything, but towards the end of it, it was now revealed what DC's ultimate plan was with the whole New 52 and the DCU sort of initiative, and this is all tied into the Convergence. So they sort of tied it up in a nice little bow for us, and you know, it sort of left it sort of put things right. Yeah, I'm sort of getting that energy, that sort of vibe from DC where they finally put things right within the DC universe. Basically, if there's any of the listeners or Crisis or on Infinite Earth readers, if you all remember, that whole Crisis event sort of erased a bunch of multiverses to bring things back into one, or to bring things into one, which sort of explained the whole Golden Age and Silver Age characters of DC. Now, as we all know in the Convergence, it has all these Silver Age and Golden Age characters. Now, what the Convergence did at the end of it was to set things right, put things back in their own original universes, and sort of left them to exist on their own. So basically, DC is telling readers, and also new writers that these characters are still here, and if you want to tell stories about them, you can. They don't have to exist in the New 52 universe or the main universe that consists of our latest versions of Superman, etc. But if you want to, you can go and revisit your favorite characters, and there might be a few books that sort of shows that. I mean, that's where you get books like Bizarro and Batman, which is, and also I guess Earth 2. So it's a good way. It's a good way of saying that these characters still exist, and there will be books coming out that show these characters, these old characters from DC. So after I finished reading there, so
Yeah.
I had a smile on my face because I felt like my favorite characters before the New 52 were sort of gone in the wind. But I know that they exist on their own. They exist in their own universe, and if DC decide to bring in a writer to fill in that gap to show their adventures, then yeah, the door's open.
Okay.
So if, let's say, for old readers want a book, then there's a book there for you.
Sounds nice,
So yeah,
man.
I just had to talk about convergence at the end of it. So now we're spinning into divergence, which is which I gotta say, there was one book in particular that sort of caught my eye. I remember when we were reading that Superman and Wonder Woman when
What
we
by
first saw the arc.
Charles Soule?
So yeah. Yeah, this book so now this book is written by I believe Peter J. Thomas.
Yeah, I dropped up after Charles Soule.
Basically Superman has lost his power.
Oh, okay.
He sort of infiltrated the Justice League watchtower
Yeah,
for reasons I don't know.
once was it? You're breaking up a little bit.
So yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he infiltrated the Justice League tower for reasons I don't know why. He was also bleeding out for some reason. I guess after fighting Batman or the James Gordon. Anyway, and he sort of hijacks a ship and he flies straight to the sun because we all know that Superman gets power from the sun, so he's getting straight to the sun to retrieve his power. And Wonder Woman calls him out and says like, "Look, what are you doing? You're gonna get yourself killed." And the sun isn't actually working. It's actually making him. It's actually killing him. So Wonder Woman sort of gets into his ship. She teleports into his ship or phased into his ship with like Star Trek where you get beamed up, beam me
Yeah.
up, Scotty. She done that into his ship and she sort of steered the ship the wrong way, or steered the ship away from the sun. And then she was all like, "Look, I can't let you just die, kill yourself, because what am I gonna do? Innit? Like, we're still a couple. I love you and everything." And the Superman was like, "Diana, I don't love you anymore." Dun, dun, dun. So now that Superman has lost his powers, now that everyone knows who Superman is, and now he doesn't love Wonder Woman anymore, what is the deal with Superman? They're really really changing up this character, so it's exciting to see what's gonna happen. I will keep my eye out on it for you guys, so I'll keep you guys updated to see what's going on. Um, Another book that caught my eye. This is another huge one. This is Justice League United. I don't know if you guys have caught like the news on CBR, etc. Newsarama, but literally Justice League United is everyone. They're uniting everyone, not just heroes. I'm just talking about villains as well. Basically, when I was reading the sneak peek, they were talking about sort of post convergence that there's still some residue problems happening because of the convergence. So, and what the Justice League Canada or Justice League United have to do is to bring in people to help sort of fix things that the after effects of the convergence. So they're calling in like people, everyone. They're calling in Mira, Aquaman's girlfriend. They're calling in Swamp Thing. They're calling in Deadman. They're calling in Blue Beetle. Also, they're calling in Sinestro. They're calling in Etrigan. They're calling in Lex Luthor. They're calling in Batgirl. They're calling in Beast Boy. They're calling in Wonder Girl. They're calling in Shazam. They're calling in Wonder Woman. They're calling in everyone. Even Apollo, even the Constantine. Anyone you can think of, they're bringing them in. Gorilla Grodd. I was like, wait, who else are they gonna bring in? And behold and behold, they're also bringing in what's his name?
Yeah.
Darkseid's son. I forgot his name.
You've got. Hold on one sec. You got
But
some.
anyway, they've been.
You've got some thing. You got something in the background that's making a lot of noise. I don't know what it is. Hello.
Can you still hear it?
Yeah, it's gone now. I don't know if it's
Hello?
maybe your headset. It might be your
Yeah,
headset.
it's pretty late over here, guys. I really apologize. Also, they're bringing in Firestorm and Vandal Savage. So literally anyone in the DCU, and the image, like literally Animal Man, he said that, believe me, we know, and Equinox was saying that,
Yeah.
and Stargirl said she said United. So this new Justice League United is pretty much everyone in the DCU coming together for some reason. And yeah, that when I saw that image of everyone just there, I just thought to myself, okay, maybe I have to read this book.
Hmm.
So something it's really, really huge of what's going on with this book. Since like everybody is coming in together as the Justice League. It's almost like an Avengers sort of deal. Like with Avengers, so anyone can be an Avenger, you know. But Justice League, you have to be sort of there's the it's it's almost like a badge of honor to join the Justice League. You gotta be invited in. You gotta go through the sort of hurdles, and it's kind of like a secret club, the Justice League. And the Avengers has always been, you know, if you're a hero, you're an Avenger.
Everyone's
It's
joined
just,
the
yeah,
Avengers.
everyone's an Avenger. But it seems like DC is sort of taking that approach with the Justice League United. So they also bring in villains. I'm seeing like Doctor Fate. I'm seeing Catwoman in there. I'm seeing Deathstroke. It's I just characters that I haven't seen
Yeah,
since even the new 52. Like what's her name? Vixen. Vixen's in there. I haven't seen her since Justice League International. She's also in the team. I've seen what's his name again? Steel. Steel's joining them. It's insane. Brainiac was also a part of this team as well. I've seen Captain Atom, Olmec, Blue Devil, Bizarro as well. Oh my god. Yeah, I have to read this book. But yeah, those are the books that sort of caught my eye. But I was going to talk about the new Earth 2, the Earth 2 Society, which is spinning out of Convergence. I've been following the story of the Earth 2 heroes.
yeah.
Um, so I'm just waiting for that book to come out, and once that's out, I'll fill you guys. So what's the deal with it? So yeah, that's my little spiel of what's going on in the world of DC.
Yeah. What do you recommend for people to read in general? Just what do you think people would really have fun reading, or just in general, just to get people started?
The thing is like with this new, I mean, you can pick up any book now with DC because I guess from next week the DCU comes out. So I highly recommend everyone to just check out the sneak peeks. Read as much of the sneak peeks as possible. I mean, these are free. These are free. They give out 8 pages of all the books that's going to come out, and just take a pick, have a look at a couple, and you know,
Yeah.
it's a starting point for you guys. Also, I mean, there's a book, like a teen book, the We Are Robin, that's spinning out of Batman. I finally read Batman 40, by the way. Yeah, that was an epic ending. But yeah, the We Are Robin book. This is taking place after Batman's gone, so it's left to the citizens to protect the city. So the teenagers have come together to form a Robin club,
Oh,
which
serious?
is yeah, it's a really cool book. So that's a book for young adults who want to see what's going on in Gotham, see what's going on in the world of Batman or the world of Gotham. And, there's also Justice League starting the new Dark Side War. I guess the Dark.
Yeah. Hello. Y- Yeah, yeah, I can hear you now. Let's do this.
Skype's not happy, bro.
No, it's not. Skype is not happy with us. Yeah, what was you saying before you got cut off?
Yeah, I was saying how the the Chris Nolan ones and the Michael Keaton Batman. I,
Yeah,
I prefer the Michael Keaton Batman.
yeah,
So that's just my personal take on it.
yeah. Well,
But
they were,
George
yeah.
George Clooney was like was just over.
Okay, I get you. Um, where are we? Did you hear what The Rock said?
About what?
So Dwayne Johnson just came out and Dwayne Johnson, The Rock said Shazam is coming earlier than 2019. I was like, okay,
2019.
still a long way.
Okay.
Still a long way, boy. What are you gonna do? If you make it next year, it'll be pretty cool. But yeah, he
You know
just
the
came
Rock's
out.
one. You know the Rock is one of the biggest trolls on
Huh?
on Twitter. The Rock's one of the biggest trolls on Twitter.
Yeah, he's on it. Yeah, he's on it. He's on Twitter, man. Um, yeah, but we'll
Because a
see.
lot of people were crying. A lot of people were crying for The Rock to be in the DC film. So as soon as like they they put him as Shazam, everyone just kept quiet. Well, not Shazam. I guess Black Adam.
But he suits the role. He's massive enough.
Yeah, yeah. But it's a long way away.
Yeah. What else do we have? This is for DC Comics. The new Cyborg suit. I looked at it. I was like, I actually liked it. He looks less cyborg and more human.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I saw the I read the I read the sneak peek for the Cyborg one, and it started off pretty dark. Friggin' A.
As usual.
Like, yeah, I mean, it was kind of weird because basically the whole Cyborg sort of was made by, his father was he was a chief scientist, and he sort of built his son, or saved his son's life. But in the New 52, they're trying to say that Cyborg's technology is based off of Darkseid's technology. So basically, Cyborg was using sort of the gods' sort of armor to keep him alive, which then sort of promoted him into the Justice League because he became more powerful, etc., etc. So now, in the sneak peek, he this group of people, this group of like I guess outworlders or something, universal sort of people, they said that they want to retrieve the technology. And what they did is they cut off both his arms, ripped out his chest, and said that look, we need this technology to save our people, and uh, we're sorry that you have to die, but this is what's got to happen. So we're coming back to take our technology.
Whoa.
And then before you know it, like some resets after he died.
Yeah.
After Cyborg died, he resets and brings it back to life, and then it becomes like a cybernetics. His body, so that's why you see more humanity, his sort of flesh. You can see his flesh sort of coming back. So Cyborg's kind of
Yeah.
a book is he thinks he's not energy. He thinks he's not his body, but he doesn't. So I guess that's what this new series is going to spin out. It's written by David Walker and it is drawn by one of my favorite artists, Ivan Reese, sorry, the famed artist
Bedlam.
who drew.
Was it Bedlam?
No, no, he's done a lot of DC stuff. He done Throne of Atlantis as well as Trinity War, etc. And Aquaman. He's one of my favorite artists. It's amazing. And David Walker, he's writing actually Shaft. So any of you Shaft fans,
I got
make sure
issue
you
one.
check out. Yeah, that's written by David Walker. So yeah, man.
I actually need to read it.
That book's definitely on my list. So I can't wait to dig in.
Oh, I forgot one thing. One big apparently Chris Pine is playing Steve Trevor in Wonder Woman. The Wonder Woman movie.
You know what? He'll be perfect as Steve Trevor.
Just so people know
Exactly how Chris Pine is.
who is Steve Trevor?
Steve Trevor is the one that discovers Wonder Woman. He's the one that brings Wonder Woman into our world or into our society. Like he crashed his ship. He's in the army, and he's a airman. I guess that's what they call themselves. He crashed in the Amazon island, and then he becomes like he sort of he's like the first male on the island for a long time. The Amazonians, and
Yeah.
he falls in love with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman falls in love with him, and they both. He tells her that look, there's come to the world of man and act as like a diplomat for Amazonia. Sorry, Themyscira. I'm getting myself mixed up with Earth 2. Themyscira. So yeah. So he's that guy. He's always been the sort of like a secondary character for Wonder Woman's book, so he's
Yeah,
always showing up.
I
But
re-
yeah,
yeah,
Chris Pratt would be perfect as Steve Trevor.
I reckon he'd be really good as a Lantern.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, maybe yeah.
He's got
Hal
he's
Jordan.
got a look for he's got a look for a Green Lantern.
Yeah, he could pass as Hal Jordan. You said he's quite tall, isn't it?
Yeah, when I met him, he's tall. He's at least 6 foot, I think.
6 foot. He looks so short in the Star Trek movie.
Nah, he's
This
not.
guy.
It was all. He's actually taller than the guy that plays Spock in Star Trek.
Yeah, Zachary Quinto.
But I met him, and he's hilarious. Man. He's a funny guy. He's funny. His character, he's funny to talk to. Um,
Yeah, he's a fun actor.
and he's young, man. He's got a very long career. Going back to what are we going back to? Um, Civil War. So apparently there's a concept art they've released for Iron Man's new suit. Apparently he's gonna be using his suit against Captain America. Um, it's gonna be interesting if that is the case. Then he's gonna really have to get a suit that can handle vibranium. Imagine he makes a vibranium suit. That'd be crazy. You know. The only thing I have with Civil War is if they've casted the Vision, technically he could be anybody in there. You know. Don't you think? Yeah. The guy has an infinity gem in his forehead. He can take out anybody. He's unstoppable.
Yeah, I guess. I guess Thanos is gonna take it out of him anyway.
Yeah, but yeah. I'm looking forward to how
The thing
uh
is, he doesn't really use it though.
doesn't
Well, I
need
guess he
to.
does because the way Thor left it was he's just guarding it
Yeah.
because Ultron was powering him up without it, or was he? Yeah, he was. Isn't he?
Hmm.
I don't know. Well, we all know that Thanos is gonna get all the gems,
He better. I'll be interested to see what they do
and
with
it's
him.
gonna
Man.
be a bad time for it to be Vision when Thanos lands.
Give me your gems. Um. Also, for you Agent of Shield fans, forgot to say this, but next week when they launch Spider-Man Renew Their Vows, they're doing a Agent of Shield variant, which has Sky, Rayner, and Director Coulson on the front cover. So it'd be like a 1 in 15 variant. So it'll be easy to kind of get, you know. So pretty much. Do you have anything else to add?
Um, no, I don't think it was quite a light week in terms of news.
It feels like I'm
Nothing much
forgetting
in
something. Wait.
nothing much in the comic book scene.
There is something I forgot to actually say, and I nearly forgot. I would have been so angry if I didn't mention it. So, Marvel put this officially on their website regarding Secret Wars after the event is finishing. They're moving 8 years into 8 months forward. So, what's going to happen within the 8 months? They haven't said anything. Um, what do you think they'll do within those 8 months when they move forward? Any
So
speculation?
it's an 8 month time jump.
That's what it says. Yeah, 8 month time jump.
I don't know. I have no clue. To be honest, I'm not really that heavy into Marvel. What's going on in the Marvel books? I don't know what's their pre because it's hard to tell because they haven't really established what the universe is going to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
So Marvel just really quiet.
I guess they keep it to themselves, you know.
Yeah,
Right. This connection is hating us, you know.
yeah, man. I guess it's trying to tell us to finish off.
What was that?
I was actually watching the trailer for
That,
the Arkham Asylum. Apparently,
that freaked me
there's the
out, man.
gameplay footage of Poison Ivy of the
Yeah, I like her.
Arkham Knight.
I like her. She's pretty cool. She's a pretty cool
But yeah,
character.
I think that's us for this week.
See, now I got to chop up this audio file and cut those remaining pieces up of where that it got disconnected.
Yeah, sorry guys. It's been a long one
Yeah, man.
today.
This connection has been bogus. Well, at least this podcast is going up, regardless of the chaos that it's gone through right now. So yeah,
Uh,
all right, we got cut off again.
okay.
All right, so like I said, man, regardless of what's happening, this podcast is still going up. Um, yeah, obviously you can catch us again next week. Check out the like page on Facebook, Two British Nerds with a Z. What I'll be on there just posting everything that I can think of. I'm not joking. The essentials and what I pretty much buy and stuff and whatever. Just have fun, really. Check out the Twitter, Two British
Email.
Nerds. Yeah,
Send us
forgot about
a
email.
message on Facebook.
Yeah. Uh,
That whole deal.
yeah, man. Two British Nerds at gmail.com. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Pick up Genius Volume 1 by Image Comics by Alfred Richardson. I mean, art by her. Really was reading it, like I said. Really loved it. So, get it. And of course, pick up Saga Volume 1 or the deluxe, the first 18 issues. That book is amazing. It is amazing. So please pick it up. Read it, and you'll know why. With that being said, we're now going to just go to sleep. Well, I'm not anyway. I've got part of this podcast. So we'll see you guys next week, Thursday.
Yep. See you guys soon.
All
Have a good
right.
one.
Take care, everyone. Bye. 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 Peace.